What's going on, guys? Ben here, Enos Tech, and today we're taking a look at the Logitech G410 Atlas Spectrum mechanical keyboard. Now, this is a 10 keyless mechanical keyboard that features Logitech G's own Roma G mechanical switches, which I have to be honest, when I first couple days I was a bit wary of them. I didn't know how I was going to like them, but I've been using this keyboard now for probably around about 3 weeks, and they've come through. They've definitely I've learned to like them a bit more than on the first test. Real quickly before we take a look at the keyboard itself, which is just here on my desk, looking around the box, we can of course see that this keyboard features a per key RGB LED illumination. I know that's a bit of a lot to take in. And then just on the back, it lets us know things about that it features support for the ARCS control, which is a great app for your mobile phone that you can go ahead and monitor things on your PC like CPU status and all that. And there's also a little piece that pulls out of the keyboard that holds your mobile phone for you, so that's quite nice. It's quite unique. Of course, they have the Logitech G gaming software, which allows you to customize and set up the keyboard, which we'll take a closer look at that in the written review. But all in all, around the box, there isn't a whole lot going on. I mean, again, on the front, you can get a good look at what the keyboard's going to look like, see some of the different LED illuminations, which we'll go over in the written review. We'll show the program side of it, and here in a minute, we'll show the video side of it and so what some of the effects look like. So before I ramble on for too much longer, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the Logitech G410 Atlas Spectrum. Alright, so here it is, the Logitech G410 Atlas Spectrum. I'm going to go ahead and start with the light on. We'll take a look at the LEDs in a minute here. As you can see, again, this is a 10 keyless keyboard, so it is small and compact and doesn't take up much desk room, which is great. Of course, starting off over here on the top right, we have our LED on and off button, so we can go ahead and turn the LEDs completely on or off. And right next to that is the gaming button, which once pressed, it allows you to disable certain keys such as the Windows key and whatnot. So when you're in game, if you mistakenly hit the Windows key, it won't pop up the start menu, minimize your game, and maybe cost you the match. Moving around, we can of course see down in the bottom left there is a small G410 branding, and the keyboard is not just a standard rectangle. If we pop it up here in the thing, as you can see, there are some nice curves coming down the left hand side here, which kind of add a nice little look and feel to it. Aside from being a mechanical keyboard featuring the Roma G switches, one of the biggest features of this keyboard is its ARCS dock, which again is a mobile phone application that allows you to check out a few things, one of which is of course CPU and GPU usage and temperatures. And the great thing about this keyboard is, as I said, you can pull this dock out right here. As you see, it just pulls out from the top there. You can just set it on your desk. I know it's kind of up there out the way, but don't have a lot of room here. And then it allows you to just, well, as you can kind of see, I'll pull this down again. As you can see, it allows you to just set your phone in the dock there. I know it's a bit hard to see, but you can see it up there in the left-hand corner. I don't know what happened. I did have my CPU usage statistics were showing, but now it's trying to refresh something here. I'm not quite sure what. But anyways, yeah, that's another great feature. It's the ARCS control. Once you've got it set up and working, it is a great feature because, as I said, it was just monitoring all my CPU cores, and GPU was letting me know the temperatures, core usage, and all types of stuff like that, which is great. And again, when you don't want to use it and you decide that it's time for it, again, this thing, the little dock here, just pops back into the keyboard. As you can see, boom, nice and easy. Now, another one of the main features, I know so many main features, is of course going to be the RGB LED illumination. Now let's go ahead and cut these lights off so you can see the LEDs a bit more. As you can see, each key has an individually backlit LED, which is great. They're easy. There's a number of different lighting modes. As you can see, I've got the freestyle lighting mode selected, which allows you to set up each individual key to a color of your choice. As you can see, I can just go ahead and I just made a bunch of them red. That's through the software on the computer, which of course we will take a closer look at in the written review. So if you want to see some of how the software works, it's real easy. Make sure to check out the written review. Now there are some other modes here, like this here is called the zone mode, and as you can see, it's set up certain keys to illuminate, because depending on the game you're playing, you may not need all the keys illuminated, you may not want them all illuminated, you may just want the ones that you're going to use, and you may want to set them up by different colors so they're easier to find. And as you can see, this is a preset profile that comes in the Logitech gaming software that you can go ahead and use. But again, of course, you can customize this to your own liking, and you can set up multiple profiles and all of that. The last mode we have is what they call the effects mode, and as you can see, we've kind of got a color wave going on here. Or you can do, of course, again, you can set a fixed color. We have a breathing effect, which is a real crowd favorite, it seems to be, on mechanical keyboards. One of the ones I like here is we have the star effect, which I'll go ahead, and if you bear with me just 1 second. It's probably a bit hard to see here, but this actually takes a few keys at a time. And let's go ahead and, this actually takes a few keys. There you go. You can kind of see it now. I do apologize for my camera. It takes a few keys and it kind of lights them up like twinkling little stars, random keys all over the keyboard, a couple few at a time. It's a cool little effect. It's quite nice. I mean, again, maybe not the most useful for when you're using it or in game, but if you're having some friends over and your keyboard's in a room, they might see it and it's just in the corner, you can go ahead and set this up. Again, all these are fully customizable. You can go ahead and change the colors. You can even up the speed if you want the effect to go faster. Now, as you can see, this effect is going quite fast. Now it's as fast as it goes, or you can go ahead and slow it down so each color lasts a bit longer. And again, you can do that through most of the different effect selections, depending on which ones you want. I mean, of course, you can do the breathing. We can make, as you can see, the breathing now, it just kind of looks like it's blinking, it's going so fast, and then you can turn it down to a real slow breathe. Now again, I've been using this keyboard for about, I'll say 3 weeks now, and I've actually begun to be quite impressed with it. When I first got it out of the box, I wasn't sure about the Roma G switches, but they've grown on me, and I'll go more into that in the written review as well. Just really wanted to give y'all guys a first look at the keyboard itself and some of the lighting effects, because this is something that's not really easily displayed through pictures. So here it is, that's that. And again, we'll just turn the lights back on here, get one more nice close look at that keyboard there. As you can see, I mean, it's quite nice. Yeah, it's lightweight. It's got the plastic body on it. It's, like I said, it's not very heavy, which was a surprise to me. The Roma G switches are nice. And yeah, it's got some great effects on it, as you can see through the Logitech gaming software. Easy to set up. The Arcs Control app, which is available for iOS and Android, is great and handy if you're into that type of monitoring stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. Please make sure to check on the written review for more in-depth review of things such as the Roma G switches and all of that fun stuff. Get a closer look at the software and the written review. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching, and please stay tuned in the future for more content.